What's going on YouTube? Roxas the Torterra here, and today we are bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle. Anyway, so we left off in the what is that? Okay, you guys probably couldn't see that, but I just saw something on the side of the screen and caught my attention. Anyway, let me stop getting distracted. As you guys saw in the last video, we are doing the OU format, and we are using our newest Sinnoh team that I've constructed from my X and Y game, and I put it in to the Pokemon Showdown network. And the first video, it was decent. We got a should I tell you guys? No, I don't think I should be telling you guys what happened in the last video. You should watch it and then just see what you like about it, and check it out. I don't want to spoil it, so yeah. Anyway, this is our team for the Sinnoh team right now, the newest Sinnoh team that we have. After this video that we're doing with this team, we're going to put this team down. This is only bringing this. The only reason why I'm using this team is because I'm bringing the Showdown battles back. So I just decided to, why I'll just bring this new team that I had. The other team I actually had before I used this Sinnoh team is a team that consisted with Raikou, and I don't remember most of the part of that team because it just really kind of just started when I had a Raikou, and I was like, let me just use Raikou and then put these other Pokemon in. But it had a Raikou on it, and it had a Weavile, I believe, as well, and a Spiritomb. Yeah, that was mostly what I had in that team. I remember, and a Sylveon, that was Scarf. Yeah, so that was pretty much that team. But after this battle, after this video with this team again, I'm gonna put this team down for now, and then this will probably come back later on. Like if we do straight, I'm gonna try to figure out how I can do PvPs on this channel. So when there's people who don't have X and Y or something, or you just want to be featured on the channel, I could battle in my Pokemon Showdown, and I'll have this thing called Region Lock. I kind of think I might want to call it Region Lock Thursdays or something. Region Lock Thursdays or Region Lock Fridays or something. I'm not sure yet. But it'll basically be Region Lock. So we have a certain format like OU, PU, or such and such, and you pick only those Pokemon from that region. So you can choose whatever region you want, but it can only be Pokemon from that region, or if they extend from other regions but become that Pokemon, like how Togepi goes into Sinnoh is Togekiss. So if you want to use all Sinnoh team, you can include Togekiss in. I'd allow it. I'd allow it in Johto as well because it's from technically Johto, because Togepi, it came from Togepi, so you can use Togekiss in a Johto team like that. So we're gonna actually start with a team update now. So we have Garchomp here leading the party. He is the Mega Garchomp. I haven't used him until the last episode of Pokemon Showdown, because beforehand I had a Garchomp a couple of times, and it was mostly Scarfed, I believe, or Choice Banded. It was mostly Choiced, rather, I'll just say. It was mostly Choiced, and I didn't want to use a Mega at the time because Garchomp is slow when it becomes its Mega, and it's usually faster in its regular form. So I decided not to make it a Mega at the time, but now it is. So we have Garchomp Mega Evolution right here, and we have Empoleon, who's going to be one of our walls, and it has Stealth Rock, so hopefully we can actually set up Stealth Rock in this episode, because last time we didn't set it up at all because I felt like there was no need to, and we were kind of like just using it Empoleon to attack at the time being. And I didn't think I had to slip in a Stealth Rock in there at any point in time. So we have Rotom here, is also going to be one of our physical walls, and Rotom Heat rather, because many people would use Rotom Wash because it's really competitive. But I want to use Rotom Heat a little bit more because I love the different Rotom forms. I'm just starting to use them. I've used the grass one as well. The grass one's really cool. I love it. I have a team with that one too. So hopefully I get to show you guys on Pokemon Showdown with that. And we have Rosary, who's going to be a special attacker as well, just like Empoleon and Rotom. And we have Azelf, who put in the finest of work in the last episode, helped the Snaggo win. That's a spoiler right there, but yeah, Azelf helped the Snaggo win. He is currently Life Orb, and he's a physical attacker. And we have Skuntank, who is Choice Banded and a physical attacker as well. Let us get into a battle right now. Oh boy. Oh my god, this is like the epitome of OU right here. There's a Bisharp on the team. I'm not too concerned about it, even though Bisharp is power. Oh my god, this Heatran such an amazing Pokemon. It covers for a lot of Pokemon, of a lot of Pokemon's weaknesses. It's almost like Empoleon in a way, but a little bit more better. Zapdos is annoying because Zapdos can have Defog, and it's bulky, very bulky, and it's fast. It's like 167 speed. Keldeo is like the fastest, I think, on the team currently. No, I think Latios is actually the fastest. Yeah, it has like about 178 speed if it doesn't have a hit-on power. And Charizard is just, oh god, Charizard. I don't know if it's going to be X or Y. So, and there's a Heatran here too, so if it's Y, it has to draw. He's probably going to lead with Charizard, honestly, or he might just lead with Heatran to set up rocks, but I'm going to lead with Empoleon just in case. He's with Heat Ranch, probably Air Balloon. It's not Air Balloon, so that's interesting. I could actually Scald and probably one-shot it because I'm invested in special attack. I should have checked my Empoleon to see if it has an item on it. So I've been wondering if I had an item or not. He might just expect me to set up Stealth Rock, or to be extra safe, he might just switch. I'm gonna actually just not even over-predict and just go for the Scald. He could go into Latios or Keldeo, to be honest, to eat up the Scald. But I'm not gonna over-predict. I don't want to just go for a Stealth Rock. And he does, and he stays. Oh, he goes for Earth Power and he's faster. So is he Scarf? That should bop you in instantly, yeah. So we live the Earth Power because, you know, Empoleon's pretty bulky in its own right. It has decent HP. She's pretty decent with her HP. So that Heat Ranch just got bopped, and I'm gonna have to guess it's either Scarf or it just definitely outsped me. So we have Keldeo Resolute. Now, hopefully the Heat Ranch did just outspeed me and didn't just have Scarf, because Keldeo, what I want to do to Keldeo right now is actually go into Rotom Heat and take the Sacred Sword. But if he predicts that, then he gets Hydro off, and if he's not Scarfed, he can just be Life Orb. Actually, Roserade can actually take the Hydro or the Sacred Sword. So I'm actually gonna go into Roserade. He goes for the Secret Sword, so he wasn't predicting. We ate it up decently. He doesn't have any life orb recoil from what he did, so I can actually go for a Sleep Powder now. He goes to Charizard. Hope we get the Sleep Powder off. We got the Sleep Powder off now. What we're going to do is actually throw a Leech Seed at it. Latios comes in. We get the Leech Seed off on Latios actually, so that's a good thing. That's a good start. Right here, I would have to assume that it's gonna go for a Side Shock or even a Draco Meteor, but I'm actually just gonna go into Skuntank because I predict the Psychic type move is most common right here. So he goes for the Side Shock. I am Leech Seeding him, so I expect him to actually switch. But I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch just to be safe because I don't know. Sucker Punch is easily avoided by switching. So he goes into Resolute Keldeo form, and I do go for the Sucker Punch. I also did that because Keldeo has Justified. So I also went for that because just in case if he switched into it, I wouldn't hit him. But honestly, I should have actually went for either an Explosion or for a Poison Jab right there. So, if he predicts Roserade to come back in, he could go for an Ice type move. Seeing as how I just did that, I don't know if he's gonna go for a Water type move this time. So I'm gonna go to Rotom Heat. He goes for another Secret Sword, and I'm gonna have to guess that he's Scarfed into that, or choiced into it, rather, just straight up choice. And if I go for a Will-O-Wisp, he could easily switch into Charizard. I think but I did put Charizard to sleep at the same time, so I shouldn't do that. And what I'm gonna do is actually go for a Volt Switch here. He may just stay in just because of that. Rotom Heat is not gonna kill with a Volt Switch, so he could just stay in. And if he's not if he's not choiced, he could have been fooling me this time. And then when I Volt Switch into something else, he could just hit it. So he Volt Switches into Latios. I could have got the Willow off. I'm actually gonna go into my Azelf because I do outspeed Latios with Azelf. Unless this is Scarfed. I'm actually gonna stay in and go for the Ice Punch. If it's Scarfed, it's gonna go. It is faster than me, so it's Scarfed. So we found the Scarfer, so now we know that Keldeo's probably not the Scarfer, but if it is a Scarfer, that's just gonna suck. We're gonna go into Empoleon here and force the switch. And I could set a Stealth Rock at this point, so I'm gonna set a Stealth Rocks here. Draco Meteor is resisted, and it's -2 now, so I don't think it's gonna go for that. He bopped Azelf really easily. I should have honestly went into Empoleon to take the Dragon type move. So Zapdos comes out. He should predict the switch and probably Volt Switch me, but I'm actually gonna stay in and go for the Ice Beam. He might just defog after seeing me do that. He stays in and goes for the Thunderbolt. He doesn't go for the Volt Switch or defog. He Thunderbolts me. This gets 167 speed, I believe, as I said before. And if I go for the Crunch, he's definitely gonna attack. He's definitely gonna take it in with Keldeo, so he could get Justified boost. This thing usually carries Hidden Power Ice as well. Honestly, my best bet is to go into Rotom here and go for like a Volt Switch. But I'm not going to go for a Volt Switch. What I am going to actually go for is a Will-O-Wisp, because I feel like he's going to Volt Switch out of me and switch. Because Zapdos carries Volt Switch, Roost, and Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt shouldn't do too much of a number on me. He goes into Latios, so hopefully I get the Willow off this time around. So I do get the Willow off. Latios typically carries Surf, so what I'm actually going to do is go into Roserade. If he Draco Meteors again, then that's just straight power he's going for. Yeah, he's going for straight power. Roserade lives the hit. Latios is about to fall. I feel like we do need Roserade still, but at the same time, I'm gonna stay in Elite Seed. He goes for the Draco. If that had missed, that would have been amazing. So he's gonna take that. He can't switch now. He can't switch out of Latios. Cannot switch out of Latios. Cannot switch out of Latios. I'm gonna go into Skuntank here. And I actually want to go for a Poison Jab or a Sucker Punch, but at the same time he could just predict the Sucker Punch and then switch out and just keep Latios there for Death Fodder, because Latios is honestly, I think, gonna faint as soon as it comes in from a Stealth Rock. It probably won't. Yeah, it probably won't. I kind of want to go for an Explosion here, just because I know he's gonna switch. But if he goes into Bisharp, that's gonna be a problem. So maybe I should honestly just go for a Poison Jab. He could save his Latios, because his Latios won't die from Stealth Rock. He goes into Keldeo. I'm going to go for the Poison Jab. Choice Banded. Can we get a Poison? We don't get a Poison on him. But we know he's definitely going to go for a Secret Sword again. I've been doing this non-stop the whole time, but if he predicts this once... So I guess he predicted me to go into Rotom Heat Air. I don't really know. I honestly don't really know. He probably thought I was going to go for it again. So actually what I'm going to do is go for Overheat. He goes for a knockoff. I do live. Can we please get the Overheat off and hit? So we do hit the Bisharp with the Overheat, so that's really good. So Bisharp is down. We lost our leftovers. You can go back into Keldeo, to be honest. Or Zapdos. Zapdos is a thorn in the side right now. That thing carries around, oh, there's Keldeo getting hit by the Stealth Rock, so once again. So if he predicts me to switch, which I most likely am gonna switch, I'm most likely gonna switch. But if I go to Skuntank and he goes for the Secret Sword, and that's bad. So what I'm actually gonna do is probably just what if I switch and then he wants to double switch? What would he double switch into to take care of Skuntank? Nothing. He wouldn't really. He's probably just gonna stay in at this point. So if he goes for the Sacred Sword, then he goes for the Sacred Sword. So I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. I live at 1. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch and knock out Keldeo. Oh my god, Rotom Heat coming through. At this point, I'm actually going to go into Skuntank. I realize Charizard can't really show its face because of the Stealth Rocks. So at this point, I kind of just want to go for Sucker Punches. But if he goes into Zapdos, I want to go for a Crunch. He goes into Charizard. And I'm going to stay in and go for the Crunch. He Mega Evolves in his sleep. It's Charizard X. I go for the Crunch. It lives. Its defense drops. I hope I can get one more turn off with him sleep. He is locked into the sleep still because of our sleep powder. That's awesome. So he just took care of that. Zapdos is not gonna appreciate the rocks, and neither is Latios. Latios is almost dead, so we can actually switch into Rotom Heat. He goes for the Draco and he misses. Oh my god, he missed! That's ridiculous. He missed. Oh my god, I'm gonna try to go for a Pain Split. Of course not. He's gonna go for the Thunderbolt and not try to do any funny business. That's hilarious. Honestly, that's so funny. That is so funny. What I want to do is actually go into Garchomp here. And what I'm gonna do is go into Mega Form and Outrage. I'm not gonna even risk Stone Edge missing. Almost bopped it. It's gonna go for Hidden Power. It goes for Hidden Power Ice, but it's not enough to take out Garchomp. So we're actually gonna get a win here, I think. So we go for another Outrage. We outsped Zapdos just now. That means this is my Jolly Garchomp, which means we're not outspeeding this turn. That's the problem. If he goes for a Roost, that wouldn't be too bad either. But if he figures it out, he's probably gonna go for Hidden Power Ice again. This was my Garchomp, Jolly Garchomp. I didn't know, but we still outsped and we bopped the Zapdos. Not bad. So not even bad. We won the first battle of the video. So we're actually gonna get into another battle. That was really good. I wasn't expecting Rotom to live on 1. Oh my god, lived on 1 HP and Latios missed Draco Meteor. That must have been such a pain. Alright, so we see, oh my god, we have a OU like crazy right now. Chansey, I'm not sure if Chansey's OU anymore. Somebody was telling me about it. if it's OU anymore. We see a Garchomp, we see a Venusaur, we see a Charizard, we see a Azumarill, and a Ferrodorn. Ferrodorn, if you guys know, if you guys know, rather, if you've watched my LP, one of the most hated abilities that I hate is Iron Barbs or Rocky Helmet, and I hate Ferrodorn. Oh my god, I hate that thing so much with a passion. I don't hate it like the design or anything. I like Ferrodorn. If I were to use it, I would use it, but not really, because it has the most hated ability. It has Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet on it. I hate that Pokemon. So I'm gonna start with Rotom. He starts with Charizard. So if this is Charizard X, not bad. I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch here. Probably is Charizard X. He's probably gonna set up a D-Dance, which is gonna spell like destruction and Terra for me. So now on the other hand, if he switches into Garchomp predicting a Volt Switch, then that's another problem. No, he is a Charizard X and he does D-Dance. So that's a bad situation we're in right now. And this just started. And this battle has just started. I can predict that he's gonna go for... I don't want to go into Azelf. I mean, Azelf... I could go into Skuntank and try to go for the Sucker Punch. But if he D-Dances above that, then that's gonna be another problem. I'm gonna go to Azelf. That's a bad choice, but I'm gonna do it. I mean, I have no other choice. I'm gonna go for a Zen Headbutt. He's gonna definitely clear me out with one Dragon Claw. Yep, and it was a crit on top of that. Wow. And I'm sure he's carrying the Earthquake like many others. So that's a really bad. It's a really bad start. It's a really bad start. We're probably gonna get swept by this thing right here. I don't know what I could do to really phase him. I do have Rotom, but Rotom Heat. So Rotom Heat can't really do much to this Pokemon. I don't have Rotom Wash. Like, Rotom Wash could take hits as well. And Empoleon could take a hit, but if he's gonna have Earthquake. He's definitely gonna have Earthquake without doubt. I'm gonna go into Roserade. I'm gonna see if I get a Sleep Powder off. Goes for the Dragon Claw. Of course, that's gonna 100% knock out Roserade. We need to run Sash. I realize we need to run Sash on one of the Pokemon in my team. So probably next, oh well, this is the last time you're seeing this team actually. So I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch here because he's gonna just go for the Earthquake. Gonna go for the Earthquake. Just gonna go for the Earthquake. There's no thought right there. He's taking a while to move. He's probably gonna D-Dance, knowing that I'm going for Sucker Punch. And if he does that, that's gonna hurt. And that ensures kills. That'll ensure a kill if he goes for a D-Dance now and sidesteps my choice band Sucker Punch. I mean, his choice band Sucker Punch is not gonna kill. It's definitely not gonna kill. But he doesn't predict that, and he goes for an Earthquake. So, and he got a crit again. It did a lot of damage though. That Sucker Punch. I honestly wish I had some. I don't have anything on. What do I have on Empoleon? I don't have an item on Empoleon. I feel like I don't have an Empoleon item on Empoleon right now. So I could switch into Rotom to avoid an Earthquake, but there's no sense in doing that. Yeah. I don't know what Empoleon has on it. I think it doesn't have an item. I'm gonna check after this video. This is so bad. This is so bad. Actually, I'll probably sneak in one more. I'll probably sneak in one more battle. Actually, so I'll probably stop the video halfway and then come back and give Empoleon an item. We pretty much lost this battle, so let's end this really quick. We definitely lost this battle. There's no point in Mega Evolving because it's gonna KO me 100%, even if I do Mega. So I'm just gonna stay in regular form, even though that wasn't a good idea. Can we cancel that? Yes, we can. So we're actually gonna go into Mega Evolution and go for Outrage now. See, it still bops. Now you guys see, just in case. Honestly, I should have stayed in my regular form because at the same time, I have Rough Skin, so it did more damage as well. What's our Dragon Claw? We're gonna live that, obviously. We're gonna go for a Volt Switch here. Maybe I should have went to Rotom first, then Volt Switch, then went into Garchomp, took the hit, died, then gone into Skuntank and then Sucker Punch and killed it. But that would have been wasting 3 Pokemon right there. But it's whatever. He got another crit. So this guy's a crit machine. We're gonna go back to the main menu and we are gonna stop the video for a second and then we will. Alright, we are back now and we're gonna have a quick battle. One more quick battle, and we have given Empoleon an item. We gave it Air Balloon. Sorry about that. I didn't know why I didn't have an item, but that's how it happened. I don't know. Ugh, I don't like this team already. It is bad. I really want to start with Empoleon instead of Stealth Rocks for both of these Pokemon, but we know Mandibuzz has Defog, so he's probably gonna lead with Sableye. What can I lead with if Sableye is gonna come? I would lead with Azelf, but then he could burn me. So what I'm actually gonna do is probably lead with Roserade. Yeah, he leads with Sableye, which is the obvious choice. I'm gonna go for a Sleep Powder here. Goes for the Taunt. Not bad. I'm gonna actually go for a Sludge Bomb now. Does he have a Steel type? No, he does not. Will-O-Wisp, that's fine because I have Natural Cure. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb you. Hopefully I poison you. I do not poison him, so that's a bummer. I'm actually gonna go for a Sludge Bomb again. I do Sludge Bomb him. It is resistant, but it's doing a lot. Foul Play is not gonna take me out. But with the burn, combined with the burn, I'm surprised I didn't even. Now let me see if he has to. He might have to think for this one. So I'm gonna Giga Drain. He goes for a Taunt. I Giga Drain him. Give me that energy back. Okay, that was nice. I'm still burned. He can easily go into Pinter and probably Mega Evolve and Quick Attack me with Aerially and then get a. Not even. He won't get a Moxie Boost. There's Gengar. Why would you go into Gengar? That's interesting. I'm gonna go into Skuntank. He goes for the Shadow Ball. It is resisted. And I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch. He may not suspect it, but I think people are starting to see that I have Sucker Punch on this. Yeah, pretty much. He goes into Mandibuzz. He pretty much figured that part out. That wasn't too hard. If he goes for a knockoff, that would suck a lot. I'm gonna go into Roserade. I'm gonna actually go into Roserade. Mandibuzz does carry Brave Bird sometime. It does carry Brave Bird sometime. That is one thing. This is actually gonna be the last video I'm recording for the day because I do have work. I have work later on. I have work at 5 o'clock and I work late. So I'm definitely just gonna be definitely gonna be the last video for today that I record. But since it's Monday, hopefully I get to upload this and you guys get to see both of these videos. I'm gonna try to create a quick thumbnail for both of these videos and then I'll just upload them. Let's see what he goes. He goes for the Foul Play. Okay. I assume that you're gonna be rocking that Overcoat. Yeah, it's most likely Overcoat. So I'm actually gonna go for I want to go for a Sludge Bomb. I definitely want to go for a Sludge Bomb or a Leech Seed. I'm gonna go for a Leech Seed. We do seed him. That sounds That sounds pretty gross. So we're not gonna ever say that again. So yeah, we're gonna go into Empoleon now. We do see that he had Foul Play. That's the only thing he's went for so far. I really want to set up Stealth Rocks though. That's the thing. I'm gonna set up Stealth Rocks. He probably could go for a Foul Play. He also has a Taunt. He has a lot of taunting Pokemon. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I'm gonna go into Rotom Heat now and switch. He's probably gonna switch into something as well. So I'm going right into Empoleon for that reason. Switching right into. There's the Gengar. I go into Rotom Heat, and I am actually going to Willow. Does this have Taunt as well? No, I have Sludge Wave, and I'm almost dead. So we get the Willow off and burn him. So hopefully he doesn't have a Sash. Now he doesn't have Sash anymore, just in case if he did. He went for Sludge Wave just now, so I could go into Empoleon. He might assume that I'm going to sack it off, but he knows that I have Empoleon, so he might just go straight for a Shadow Ball. But he does know I have Skuntank. So he does have. He also has Chansey, so he might just go into Chansey, trying to I might cancel that because he might go into Chansey, just trying to avoid the fact that he has Aromatherapy. But I'm gonna go into Skuntank. That is the wisest choice. Not going into Empoleon. I don't want to pop the air balloon yet. He goes for the Sludge Wave, and I could have resisted it if I went into Empoleon. But he's definitely gonna switch into his what's it called again? His Mandibuzz again. He's gonna go into Mandibuzz because if I do hit him, he has Rocky Helmet. He most likely has Rocky Helmet. What if I went for Expulsion? That'd be hilarious. Let's go for Expulsion. If he stays in and then bobs me, that's not even bad. That wouldn't even affect me. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't even make me mad because he goes first. See, that doesn't make me mad anymore. But that does make me mad that I could have Sucker Punch and killed him. So I didn't really overthink because I just went for the move I wanted to go for. This is an easy switch. He could easily go into his Mandibuzz and avoid the Zen Headbutt completely. But I'm not going to make that judgment. I'm just going to go straight for the Zen Headbutt. I don't want to make a snap judgment like I just did just now and miss. And miss a chance to kill the Gengar. So I have Ice Punch as well. Stealth Rock has not gotten set up yet. See, that's what I'm talking about. They keep me from setting up Stealth Rock sometimes. And the Stealth Rock has to be set up for the Dragonite. He was in a Chansey. Chansey took that really well. He's probably doing this so he could get off the burn with Aromatherapy. But what he doesn't know is that I'm actually going to switch into Garchomp probably. Or I could fish another Zen Headbutt in. Yeah, can I get a flinch? Can I get a flinch? He gets a soft boil off. He's probably going to try to stall me. I'm going to go for one more Zen Headbutt and see what he does. If he goes into Mana Buzz, I'll just switch. Can we get a flinch? Seismic Toss. I think I could kill him from this range. I'm going to go for another Zen Headbutt. If he switch... I missed Zen Headbutt. That hurts my feelings. That hurts my feelings. I have 32% left. I cannot switch into Rotom yet. I really want to switch into Rotom only because I could get I could definitely get off a Pain Split and get my HP back. What I'm gonna do actually now is go straight into Garchomp. I'm not gonna even U-turn off. I'm just gonna go for Garchomp. Goes for the Seismic Toss. That's rough skin damage right there as well. I'm gonna stay like this I think for a second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay like this. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head. Actually gonna go for the Iron Head. If he goes in a Dragonite, that'll be hilarious. I'll break scales instantly. But that's not a common thing to see. He might predict an Earthquake, but I'm not gonna actually go for Earthquake. He's probably just gonna go to Mana Buzz. Mana Buzz is the best choice if he wants to. If he is trying to think I'm gonna go for Earthquake. Okay, he stayed in. Can I get a flinch? Chansey does flinch. That makes me want to go into Mega Form right now. I'm gonna go to Mega Form, and I'm actually gonna go for the EQ now. Close. He soft boiled. He goes for the Wish. So he has Wish, Protect, Soft Boil, Seismic Toss. That's a gross combination. I mean, he can avoid the Earthquake with Gengar easily. So I'm still going for the Earthquake. But what if I go for Iron Head instead? Iron Head is the best choice. There's the Iron Head, and we bop the Gengar. There we go. That's better thinking because I could still bop Chansey even if it did get the Wish. So yeah. But he predicted me to go for another Earthquake, so I could miss it and get a Wish Protect back on his. Well, get a Wish back on his Gengar, and then technically be protecting at the same time without having to use the move. They basically get a free switch, but that didn't happen because I went for Iron Head instead. He's not completely at a loss though, so he does have Dragonite still. There's the Dragonite. See, if I had. My point is, if I had gotten Stealth Rock up, I'm going to go for Iron Head because I do outspeed. I should still outspeed a Dragonite, and hopefully I could get a flinch and then go for an Outrage or something. I don't know, but that's fishing for too much hacks. He's going to go for a D-Dance. That's fishing for too much hacks, though. We do get the flinch! We do actually get the flinch. We do actually get the flinch. I'm going to go for Outrage and bop this Dragonite. Oh my god, we do actually get the flinch. That's amazing. I didn't want to risk the Stone Edge, but it would have been better because now he's going to go into Mana Buzz. Yep. Hopefully Outrage does its job. Maybe I'll get a crit on Mana Buzz and knock it out. That's hoping for too much. That did a good amount. He goes for Foul Play. He does not kill. Ooh. I really want to stay in and go for the Outrage right here. I don't know. I don't know. He just went for Foul Play. The music ended just now. But I really want to go for the Outrage. You guys may not be seeing this video on Monday. You might see this video on Friday because it's extended to about 29 minutes. So I really want to go for the Outrage here, but I don't want to get confused and knock myself out. He's probably going to go for the Roost. Honestly, he's probably going to go for the Roost. What I'm going to do is actually go into Empoleon just in case he does do that. He goes for the Foul Play anyway and gets a crit on me. Gets a crit on me. His Mana Buzz is recharged with leftovers. I'm going to go for a nice and powerful Ice Beam here. He goes for the Taunt, expecting a Stealth Rock. I go for the Ice Beam and I bop him. Not even bad. Not even bad, Empoleon. Okay, not bad. Not bad. There's the Pinsir. He probably wants to close combat me and finish me off and get the kill. Close combat is the only thing that can kill me. I'm I'm gonna go to Rotom Heat. It's just so odd when the music stops playing. Now you just hear my voice completely. I mean, you guys hear my voice most of the time in my LP anyway. But I love having the music when playing this. Let's see what he goes for. He goes for Earthquake. That's sad. That's a sad one right there. I'm gonna go for a Pain Split, and hopefully he doesn't bot me with any of his moves. I'm gonna go for a Pain Split, and hopefully like a Willow. He goes for a Return. I live it. I Pain Split him. That's amazing. That's just simply amazing. I'm gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp here, so then I can cripple his Pinsir. He Mega Evolves and goes for the Return. Stab Return. Critical hit. Can I get the Willow off? I do get the Willow off, in fact, and he is burned. If he goes for another quick attack, I could just go into Apollyon right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Because we do resist it. And he does get more burn damage. And I'm hoping that he goes for our Earthquake now. And I'm going to switch into Rotom Heat again. He switches into Chansey. He switches into Chansey. I switch into Rotom. At this point, I can honestly just go for the Volt Switch and knock Chansey out at this range. Because I do outspeed it. And if he wants to switch back... Oh, he wants to Aromatherapy. He can't. He can't because I'm just going to Volt Switch him. Honestly, that's what I'm going to do. And knock him out. So, I could have stayed in and went for the Overheat. And then he could have went for Aerialated. Is it Aerialate? Yeah, he could have just went for Aerialated move. Honestly, we're going to try to stall him out. I got to predict him to go for an EQ and go into Rotom or Azelf. I could possibly stall him out and win this game. Cause he says GG though. He just messaged me and says GG. He still pretty much has this, so I don't know why he's saying GG. He could honestly just go for an Earthquake on Empoleon. Or I'm just gonna keep switching until he burns. So I don't know why he's taking long to make his move. I guess I'll say GG back to him. He says he lost. He thinks he lost, but I don't know if he lost, to be quite honest. I'm just going to switch into Rotom Heat here. And hope he goes for the EQ. He goes for the EQ. He does get the burn. I do get my leftovers. At this point, I'm going to stay in and go for a Volt Switch, because I don't know if he can bop me from this range. No, he cannot. I'm just going to Volt Switch and bop him. Yeah. So, that was awesome. We saved our Garchomp as well. So, we got 2 wins on this video. That was amazing. So, we're going to wrap the video up here. If you guys enjoyed, must punch that like button like an Inferno, break it, destroy it. Leave a comment section below. Tell me what you liked about this video, and tell me what else you guys want to see in the future in my on Pokemon Showdown. What teams you want to see me use? What Pokemon you want to see me use? You know, or I could try to build a team around one Pokemon that I think I might want to use. Like leave a comment section below. Like whoever's first or second, I'll decide what I'll choose. If you guys just give me one Pokemon, I'll just decide off of that, and I'll just go off of that Pokemon and see what I can do with it. Also, subscribe if you guys are enjoying the my channel so far and the content I'm bringing. I'm really enjoying the Nuzlocke I'm doing currently on the channel, which is a Pokemon Randomized Nuzlocke, Pokemon Platinum Randomized Nuzlocke. We are about 21 episodes in now, but you probably haven't seen the 21st episode yet, because 21st episode rather, because it didn't get aired yet. It should be up by Friday. We are close to finishing it, so I hope you guys are enjoying it, and yeah, I hope you guys are hyped to see Pokemon Showdown battles back on the channel. So with that, I'm out. Bye!